For the folks here on the dais, a little bit different than yesterday. We'll begin with an opening statement from Coach, and then questions will be addressed to student athletes only, in which case they'll be dismissed, and then we'll have questions for you, Coach.
Fantastic.
So congratulations on a tremendous season. Please, if you could provide opening comments for the audience with regards to today's game.
I give that to the God who's ahead of my life. I've been so thrilled to go on this journey with these young ladies. What fight, what character. We were so down, and they just kept coming. They just kept believing. They just kept leaving it out there. I'm just really over the moon when it comes to these young ladies. We certainly feel the pain of losing. You can see it in our eyes. But what's going to be remembered is the journey to this point, the sisterhood, the foxhole, the bus breaking down and taking Ubers to the game, to no managers, and we found a way to, my husband had to step in, and then he had to go to work, and we were telling him to quit his job, oh man, so many laughter, so many songs, so many, silly things that we did. Right now, these competitive young ladies, they're going to struggle for the next day or 24 hours. But when it's all said and done, we're going to be just so proud.
Thank you, Coach. Questions for the student athletes? Amy here to the right.
Amy Morris from the Buffalo News. Cierra, and coming into this game, you guys talked about seeing how you measured up against, what did you learn about yourselves? What did you learn about this group today in this game?
I learned that we never stop fighting. We never stop trying. We're just a great group of ladies who just always have that never die attitude, and we always, buy into what Coach says, and we believe in our system, and we believe in our foxhole. And I think that's what got us here today, and what got us here to the Sweet 16. And I believe we gave South Carolina a fight, and I believe we gave the audience a good game.
Thank you. Again to the right.
Nick Filipowski from News 4 in Buffalo. Steph, this is for you. Obviously, we see the emotion in your eyes, but coming from Australia all the way to Buffalo to see this thing through, I'm sure it hurts now, but where's your level of pride, and how proud are you in this program that you helped carry it to new heights?
Honestly, I couldn't be any more grateful to call Buffalo my second home. I've had the best 3.5 years here. I'm so grateful to Coach Jack. I'm so grateful to all the staff, past and present, that have been there, that have pushed me to where I am today. It's never fun to go out on a loss, but only one team gets to do that in the end, to finish on a loss. To win. So, it's hard, and it's hard to know that I'll never put this jersey on again, and it's hard to know that when I untied my shoelaces today, it was the last time as a Buffalo Bull. But I'm always going to be a part of this program. I'm never going to ever let them play a game that I'm not watching if I, can be there or watch it from Australia and wherever I am. It was just, Buffalo is the best second home that anyone could ask for. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to go there, to have Coach Jack transform me as a player, but also a person. This is the most phenomenal woman that I have ever met, and I guarantee you that's not a lie. She's more than just a basketball coach. She is a life coach and a phenomenal woman, and she wants us all to be phenomenal women. And one day when I grow up, I hope to be just like Coach Jack, as strong and amazing as she is, because she completely transformed my life in the last 3.5 years. Not just my basketball skills, my whole life. And I'm forever grateful for that.
Thank you. Jerry, up here on the right.
I don't know if Stephanie, maybe a basketball question might help.
Thanks.
You've carried this team through a lot of wins at 5'6". Did the reality of their size at some point today just catch up with you girls, women?
They were pretty huge.
Oh, they big.
They were quite large, And when they played three bigs, it gave us a big challenge on the rebounding. It was a good move. But I think that they're going to remember us, and that's what we wanted to do. If we win or lose, we want them to remember who we are, to know that they played Buffalo for 40 minutes and we didn't stop fighting at any point. we fought all the way to the end, to the last second, and that's what we take pride in. Yeah, they won the rebound battle. Yeah, they were huge, but we have big hearts, and we went out proud of who we are.
Thank you. Up here to the right.
Cierra, what's it been like to be part of this journey this year to get to this point? What does your run this year say about the future of this team?
Oh, the future's bright. The future's way bright. Coach Jack is, I know I'm like on repeat, but Coach Jack has done an unbelievable job with this program. I mean, for 6 years to go from what it was to what it is now, and the hard work with not just us, but, the work that Coach Sharkey and Coach Moss, who were players, to see it transform, I think to see in their eyes and how happy they are to see that the work that they put in helped build the foundation of Buffalo and see what we're doing now is unbelievable, and it's great to be a part of. I mean, coming from UMass and coming from, one of, I think basketball personally, one of my lowest points in my career, to be here on this stage, to be with my family and my sisters, it's amazing. It's a dream come true. People dream about this when they're little, to play on an NCAA basketball court, to play in an NCAA tournament. And I'm okay, so I'm a competitor, yes, but to think about that, we're 29-6, and we made it to the Sweet 16, and we put Buffalo in people's mouths, like we put the name Buffalo in people's mouths. It's great to see. It's great to witness, let alone be a part of.
Thank you. Over here to the left.
Sarah, Howard Magdal with High Post Hoops. Just when you think about what you've seen, both at the Atlanta 10 and now here in the MAC, to be able to go in and star in the Times, dominate that conference, do you think we've gotten to a point where mid-majors have a seat at the table when it comes to who ends up going far in the NCAA tournament on an annual basis?
Oh, without a doubt, mid-majors definitely have a part of, I think, any NCAA tournament or NCAA-based type thing, whatever. I believe it's just the college. I believe it's the hard work that the coaches put in, the hard work that the players put in. We get used to using, Powerhouse 5 schools, big mid-major schools, low-end D1 schools. It's just the college. It's just players. It's just coaches who are willing to put in the hard work, who are willing to put in the heart to get where they need to be. And we shouldn't be like, oh, they're mid-major, let's not give them, what they deserve. Nah, they deserve everything they work hard for. We put in the work throughout the season to be here at this stage. And I believe that we put in, a lot of success to be here too. I mean, we beat some unbelievable teams to get here, and we played a great game tonight. So I believe, yes, mid-majors should definitely get whatever they deserve and whatever they work hard for.
Thank you. Jerry, over here to the left.
Jerry Longman from the New York Times for Cierra and Stephanie. Could you talk about the specific challenges that having now played against Asia Wilson, the challenges that she presents to any opponent?
Oh, well, she's 6'5". I mean, she's an unbelievable player. And I think our posts with Summer Hempfield and Cassie Osler had their hands full, but they've done a great job of, helping her get difficult shots. I think, we lost the rebounding end as a team. It's not any one player, any two players. But, she is, I don't know how to explain it, but she's just a great player. Like, she's an amazing post player who can finish and who can dish and everything. And I give all the props to her. She's, the reason why they were national champions, last year. And Dawn Staley has done an unbelievable job with that program. She's an amazing coach, and they have a great group of girls who are really, really good at basketball. But, I think that Buffalo did an unbelievable job of staying with them, and we give it all. And Coach, as long as she knows that we gave it our all, I believe that, that would make her proud that we gave it our all.
Stephanie, anything to add?
I think just she has contagious energy, and I think that's something she brings to her teammate. Everything Cierra said is true. She's a great, great player, and she's got a very bright future ahead of her. And Dawn Staley has done a fantastic job with that program, but something she brought was her energy, and she gave that to all of her teammates, and she puts her teammates in success, and that's pretty hard to do from a big, you don't see that very often. So I give her credit for that too. I mean, I don't know, because the guards usually have to have the leadership role on the court, but you can see, I mean, she possesses a leadership role on that team, and she definitely has energy that's so contagious to her teammates that puts them in a position to be successful. Welcome.
Up here to the right. One more if we have.
You guys shot a lot better in the early two games, particularly the USF game. It appeared that you were getting open. Are the misses just the way that goes some nights, or do you think that you were rushing a little because of how big and how quick they were?
Cierra?
Well, yeah, misses go with basketball. I mean, you can't make everything. But I think, just, getting loose in the game. It's a different stage, and the coach does a great job of telling us, just stay loose, and you get in open shots, and you take the shots you're supposed to take. We worked on them all season. There's no time to question, am I rushing or am I not? We're going to take the shots that we've been taking all season, and we're going to miss and make, and that goes with the game of basketball, I think. So that's just how it goes.
Ladies, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
We now have 10 minutes with Coach. Amy up here. Andre. Amy up here on the right.
Hi, Coach. Can you talk a little bit about the shooting percentage, and were those the shots? Were they the shots that you wanted to get, and they just weren't falling? Were they making you rush shots? What was offensively, because it wasn't as good as before?
Yeah, it's a different stage, different time. One thing about shooting, it's going to come and go. I thought our defense was great. I thought we really they turned the ball over 26 times. It's the seventh best team in the country, and we're somewhere thought about. And so our shooting was the shots we usually take. They don't go in all the time. It's unfortunate that on this stage they didn't, but you guys didn't see how great Stephanie really is, and she really tried to make it happen for us. And those shots that AJ takes, she usually makes. So it's just one of those things.
Also to the right.
Coach, Charlie Cream from ESPNW. How much do you think you frustrated them? Because they didn't look very comfortable.
We hit those wide open shots. We wouldn't just frustrated them. We would have won. And so we really had them right where we wanted them to be. I just know that there's a plan for all of us. My thing that I tell my players, just don't get in your own way. We really didn't get in our own way. We had the best shots. We had the best opportunity. We turned them over. They got frustrated down low, and we stuck our chest out, and we just kept coming. It was very important the world see Buffalo chest up, rise up, stand back up when they knock us down. And we were overmatched. They're a very good team. But, like I said yesterday, we just want to be on the court with the very great teams like South Carolina and the Florida States and the South Florida to find out where we measure up. I think we measure up real nicely. I think our future's bright. Thank you.
Coach. Also here to the right.
Felisha, as far as I can tell from the live stat broadcast, in the 24 minutes Summer played, you played even with them. How much was her foul trouble a factor in this game?
That might be the most frustrating thing for me to see the fouls that she received. Had she been on that court, she made a difference. She made an absolute difference, and I just didn't know, and I need to watch the film because I've been wrong before, but a couple of those fouls, it just changed the trajectory of what we were doing, whether we were making our shots or missing the shots. She's the one that get the touches and the tips and keep the ball alive for us. And I just felt that was, you almost feel like your player was being picked on a little bit. She was so frustrated. She was so hurt. Her playing 23 minutes was just, you just can't, it's like playing Asia 23 minutes. She's ours on the inside. And I just think that the more we're on this stage, the more people are going to know who we are, and therefore we're going to get, they're going to lean on maybe not right now on some of those calls. But I just thought Summer was great. She's only a sophomore, guys. She's going to be a fantastic local player from Buffalo, and I'm so proud of her.
Thank you. Question to the left.
Coach, Howard Megdal with High Post Hoops. This was the most double-digit seeds to advance since 2000, and you managed to put together a team in a variety of ways. You get Cierra, who could obviously play for anyone via transfer, and Stephanie from overseas, and some other players locally, like you were just saying. But do you think, I'm curious, how much deeper you think the talent pool is than even 10, 15 years ago, number one, and number two, if you think this is the new normal?
It's my only normal I know, you know. I don't consider myself a mid-major coach or a major coach. I've been on every stage. I work with USA Basketball, won gold medals. I look at talent and character first, and then I look at academic standards, and then I say, let's coach the team, the kids, where they are. I just think that Loyola is making that same statement, and the only thing I saw was somebody like them being 11 seed doing what they're doing, and why not us too, and why not now? I just don't know if it's the new normal or not. I think that when I go into somebody's homes, I don't look at, oh man, Dawn Staley been in this house, so I can't go. I don't know how to think like that, and maybe I'm naive, but I think kids want to play for people, and they want to go to school to learn, and they want to be in. They don't talk to the buildings; they talk to the assistant coaches, and I think I got a fantastic staff. I got a fantastic organization. I think I'm a pretty cool lady myself. So I think that we get players based on who we are, and then we tell them about our unbelievable academic standards at Buffalo. I think it's a win-win. I think that the next few players on this stage, they see if people that don't pick them at that major level, that we're a destination too now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right here in the front. And then
Azar Johnson from MV Magazine. Hey, Coach, I was wondering, is it a fair assessment to say that maybe what South Carolina was doing inside the paint just finally caught up in the end? Because at one point you were within 5, and then it seemed like they were hitting clutch shots with inside the paint, and the second chance and the rebounds. Is that what you think, in your opinion, what was the reason why they ended up pulling away?
That's funny how you asked that question. You told me what the problem was, and then you asked me my opinion. I don't agree. I respectfully don't agree. We're down by 5. We had the ball. The ball goes into Cassie. The ball slips out of her hand. Nobody defended her. Nobody blocked her shot. Nobody stopped her. It slipped. We had another opportunity to score within that same run. I thought that we were in great shape. I thought that we could have ran, but we needed to get rewarded. We needed to finish on those shots because that drains you. When you work that hard, you get that ball, it's 8 feet from the basket, and it slips out of your hand. It had nothing to do with height. No disrespect to them, but we don't think that because you're bigger than us, you're supposed to be better than us, and it's never a time that you're going to be rewarded for the success because of your size. I say prove it for 40 minutes, and they've done that. And were they great? Look at the inside, 52-30. Yeah, they got us there. Could we have still won? I think so. I have to think so because I'm the head coach of the Buffalo team.
Tim Wilkin.
Coach Tim Wilkin from the Albany Times-Union. That run you were talking about, you were down 55-50. You had a turnover, a missed shot, and then there was a block shot.
Yes.
And they didn't score in that sequence either. If something different would have happened during that little run, could the game have been different?
You know, you only want to hope, maybe. But I just think that there's a plan for us all. And I think that, you know, we've left it all out. We could have not done one extra thing. These young ladies they fought. We were down by 2 with 1.1 second at Columbia University. We have a play, we get a layup, we win. We lost Stephanie against Nebraska on the road on a neutral site. My freshman guard steps in and we beat them. We had so many wonderful moments as a team and as an organization. We fought hard. We lose an AD. We get a new AD. We got no managers. We got a lot of reasons why this team should have stopped, and we would have had an excuse. We have not had an excuse from this since the beginning. We will not have an excuse at the end. The better team won. South Carolina beat us. Whether we had runs and mishaps or what have you, how they beat us, that's up for everybody to argue. They were the better team today. I wish them the best of luck on the next game, but I cannot be more proud of the resiliency of this group that we call University at Buffalo Women's Basketball Program.
One last question, if we have it.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Up here on the left.
Coach Howard Mandel, High Post Hoops. Again, just to what we were speaking about earlier, because, like you said, there aren't just these huge dividing lines between high majors and mid majors anymore. There are more opportunities for success. Do you see an opportunity for women of color to get more leadership opportunities as a result? And do you view this as a way to help bring to light the fact that there aren't enough women of color getting leadership positions?
Wow. I have some really amazing colleagues that look like me. I have so many friends that had an opportunity and they lose their opportunities and never be coming back up at all. It took an African-American woman to notice me when I lost my job at Indiana. Had she not noticed me, Danny White would have never known about me. And because she brought me to him and I was able to present myself to him, I was able to get this opportunity to bring this from where it was to where it is now. I hope my colleagues don't get frustrated and never come back. There's a Jolette Laws on this staff at South Carolina. She and I used to go up against each other when she was at Illinois. The Cincinnati coach who had to play in a high school gym all year long and did the best job she could do, and at the end was asked to leave. I'm saddened by it. I understand the problem. I know that the majority of women basketball players look like me. I think that these young women, if we really care about them as people, that they'll have role models that look like them, because they're going to play 4 years for whomever, and then they get to the opportunity to go in this world, and they're not going to find anybody that look like them, and they're going to have to figure out how to navigate at a different level. And I hope that if these coaches that see me, who resurged herself into another opportunity and try to make the most of it, I hope that they get encouraged and understand the fight isn't easy. It's necessary. It's necessary not for you and your sadness and you and your firing and you and your woe is me. The fight is for the next young lady who needs a person that look like her to rise above and be coached up and create a foundation so she can become the COO, the CFO of something very big. It's important that they stay in the race and keep fighting. We see them. You're out there. Keep fighting. Go forward. Thank you for that question.
Thank you for your time, Coach. Congratulations on a
Thank you,
terrific
guys.
season.